Seniors, if you don't take these vitamins before bed, your muscles will continue to deteriorate. Most elderly don't know why their muscles are vanishing every night. Up to 3% of your strength is lost annually beyond the age of 60. It's from missing one thing before bed, not from getting older. The appropriate vitamins. Time is running out. You don't simply become weaker after this quiet muscle loss reaches a certain amount. You fall more. You break more easily. You become less independent. After that, things become worse. The actual risk. The majority of elderly people do not take the proper vitamins, particularly not at night when they work best. 93% of persons over 65 are actually deficient in at least one of the 7 essential vitamins that keep your muscles safe while you sleep. Missing it could mean the difference between being able to walk alone in the next 5 years or needing help if you're over 60. Based on startling science that 99% of seniors have never heard of, we will list the 7 most potent vitamins that seniors need to take before bed, in order of least to most vital. Each of them is essential to halting sudden muscle loss. And the most important vitamin. Skipping it can boost nighttime muscle loss by more than 100%, according to studies. It's not a typo. But first, where are you watching us from before we start? In the comments, mention your nation or city. Every single one is being read and responded to. We are thrilled to see the spread of this message. Real science supports every fact in this video. Don't speculate. No nonsense. Only peer-reviewed research on elderly people like you. Additionally, the description includes links to all references. Let's start with the 7th vitamin. You've most likely overlooked the most underappreciated mineral for muscle regeneration your entire life. 7th place, magnesium. There is more to magnesium than just another supplement. It is an essential component of your muscle's nightly repair mechanism. Here's the secret, though. The majority of magnesium forms are poorly absorbed. Magnesium glycinate is what you desire. In fact, it is that form that passes past the lining of your stomach and into your muscles while you are asleep. Consider it a hint for tranquility. It eases the stress in your muscles. More significantly, though, it stimulates a family of enzymes within your muscle tissue that maintain oxygen consumption and cell hydration. Without it, your muscles get tense, crampy, and dehydrated, and they begin to deteriorate, especially at night. Seniors over 65 who took 250 milligrams of magnesium glycinate nightly for 3 months experienced a 34% increase in morning muscle performance, according to a University of Palermo study. Better sleep, reduced joint stiffness, and fewer leg cramps were reported by the same group. Why does nighttime matter so much? Because when you sleep, your muscles go into recovery mode. Your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the repair branch, takes over at that point. Its fuel is magnesium. The entire repair process is slowed if there is insufficient of it. That nightly delay adds up to significant muscle loss over time. It's easy to fix. Take magnesium glycinate with a small glass of warm water approximately half an hour before going to bed. Not food, not almonds, not spinach, not vitamins. Just glycinate. Pure. It's among the most underappreciated methods for preventing muscle loss during sleep. Your muscle's electrical system is powered by this vitamin. Without it, impulses from your brain cannot reach your muscles through the nerves and instruct them to grow, move, or mend. And that's a huge issue, particularly at night. Our stomach acid, which is essential for absorbing vitamin B12 from meals, decreases with age. This implies that your body may not be absorbing enough, even if you're taking a multivitamin or eating meat. The quiet destroyer of muscle strength is a B12 deficiency. At first, you don't feel it. Then you realize one day that your legs are heavy. You're not balanced. It feels like wet cement beneath your feet. That's the beginning. According to a comprehensive study from Tufts University, 39% of elderly people who experienced muscle weakness also had a B12 deficiency. Seniors who took high-dose methylcobalamin, the active form of vitamin B12, improved their nerve-muscle coordination by 49% in just 8 weeks, according to another study published in the Journal of Neurology. When you take your dose is also important. B12 avoids digestion and promotes nerve regeneration during your deepest sleep cycles, when taken at night, particularly as a sublingual or liquid under the tongue. Your body does neurological upkeep at that time, which is precisely when B12 is most helpful. In the event that you are over 60 and do not take methyl B12 before bed, your neurological system may be gradually losing control over your muscles. An hour before bed, the easiest way is to put a 1,000 microgram methyl B12 tablet beneath your tongue. Allow it to melt completely. Water is not required. That's all you need to wake up with a more stable walk, quicker reflexes, and a stronger brain muscle connection. Are you prepared for the next one? Because you've been informed that vitamin 5 is only good for bones. However, that is dangerously incorrect. Fifth, the majority of people believe that vitamin D is exclusively important for bones. However, that notion may be costing you actual muscle if you're over 60. For vitamin D3 is more than just a vitamin. It is a hormone that triggers the activation of genes within your muscle fibers that instruct your body to produce new tissue, store energy, and withstand deterioration. Your muscles shrink more quickly if you don't get enough D3 because those genes remain inactive. To make matters worse, low D3 inhibits the fast-twitch muscle fibers that are necessary for balance, ascending stairs, and quick reflexes to prevent falls. Seniors' lower leg strength increased by 18% after taking 2,000 international units of D3 daily for 12 weeks, according to a randomized, controlled research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology. Those with the lowest D3 levels were twice as likely to experience muscle loss severe enough to require mobility aids, according to another Swiss study. The issue is that if your blood stores are low, your D3 levels will drop overnight. And that's the most important time. Your muscles go through a process known as protein synthesis when you sleep. At that point, D3 instructs your cells to rebuild tissue and absorb amino acids. That rebuilding never occurs if D3 is absent. As a result, you are weaker than you were the day before. Here's the trick, though. When combined with healthy fats, D3 functions better at night. Its absorption is increased by more than 60% when taken after supper with a small slice of avocado or even a spoonful of nut butter included in your nightly schedule. More can be done to maintain your muscles than all the resistance bands and protein shakes combined in one small, soft gem of vitamin D3 with a little fat. The building simply does not occur if the hormone signal is absent. The vitamin that keeps your muscles energized is number 4. Furthermore, most people are unaware of its existence. Vitamin E comes in at number 4. Vitamin E is typically thought of as a skin food. It's more like muscular armor for seniors, though. This vitamin shields your muscle tissue from oxidative stress, which is the actual harm that occurs overnight. In this process, healthy cells are attacked by unstable chemicals known as free radicals, and among the most susceptible are the cells in your muscles. Your body enters a deep repair state during night. Additionally, inflammation results from this healing. Vitamin E has a protective effect. It envelops your muscle cells, preventing those inflammatory shocks from causing irreversible harm. Without it, your strength begins to wane without your knowledge. Your recuperation becomes slower, and your muscular membranes degrade more quickly. Higher vitamin E intake was associated with 27% better physical performance scores in seniors, including walking speed and grip strength, according to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Taking 400 international units of natural alpha-tocopherol before bed dramatically decreased nightly signs of muscle injury in older persons, according to another University of Arkansas study. However, not every vitamin E supplement is effective. The natural form, not the artificial one called dill, is what you need. It is best taken at night because you must take it on an empty stomach around an hour after your previous meal. Your body is transitioning into deep sleep and complete recuperation mode at that moment, and that's when the most severe oxidative stress occurs. Over time, taking one little tablet just before bed can significantly improve your strength, particularly if you're recuperating from an accident or strenuous activity. It won't hit you immediately. However, after a few weeks, you'll find that your muscles don't tire as quickly. Your balance feels more stable, and the discomfort is less severe. That is really vitamin E's unseen potency. The following one. Vitamin 3 is a secret way to increase metabolism. Additionally, it is repairing your muscle loss in the background as you sleep. To ensure that you don't miss any more videos like this, please hit the bell symbol, subscribe, and like the video if you have enjoyed it thus far. Third, vitamin B6. It's likely that you've seen B6 on multivitamins and dismissed it as unimportant. However, B6 is like the key that turns on your muscular engine at night for seniors. Your body cannot effectively metabolize protein without it. How much chicken, eggs, or shakes you're eating is irrelevant. Your muscles continue to shrink if your B6 levels are low because that protein is floating about unused. B6 is unique because it stimulates the metabolism of amino acids within muscle cells. In other words, it facilitates the conversion of dietary protein into actual muscle tissue. Over a 3-year period, older persons with greater blood levels of B6 maintained 22% more lean muscle mass than those with lower levels, according to a study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition. That provides a long-term defense against waste brought on by aging. B6 supplementation reduced the rate of muscle protein breakdown while you slept by up to 18%, according to another Tufts University study. This is because your body enters anabolic mode at night. That is the rebuilding and repair state. That process is not the only one that B6 supports. It enables it. P5P, the active form that your body uses directly, is the best way to take B6. About an hour before going to bed, take it by itself, preferably with water rather than meals. Food can shorten the window for absorption, particularly in elderly people whose digestion is slower. You'll notice better recuperation, a bit more energy in the mornings, and an easier time keeping or even gaining lean mass. Something most people believe is impossible beyond 65 over the course of a few weeks, though the results aren't noticeable right away. However, when B6 is functioning for you, it's not. The second vitamin, number 2, is the substance your body is craving to help you sleep and rebuild your muscles. Vitamin C comes in second. Vitamin C is said to help with colds. In actuality, though, vitamin C is among the most underappreciated substances for elderly muscle repair. And when does it function best? Just before going to bed. This is the reason. The synthesis of collagen requires vitamin C. Your muscles are held together by a substance called collagen. Your muscle fibers become brittle if you don't have enough collagen. They are prone to tearing. They take a while to recuperate. Worst of all, they get less dense. At that point, sarcopenia takes over. That is the condition when aging causes muscular mass to disappear. According to a seminal study published in the British Journal of Nutrition, older persons who consumed the most vitamin C were 67% less likely to lose muscle mass. That is a significant amount. Within 2 weeks, even a mild vitamin C shortage resulted in a 25% decrease in collagen synthesis, according to another Oregon State University study. This implies that your body is unable to repair the muscular damage that occurs naturally during the day. What is the most important time for your body to rebuild? while you're in a deep sleep. That's why vitamin C is especially effective at night. It helps fill your tissues with the raw material required to repair muscle fibers when taken before bed. However, not every shape is the same. Liposomal or buffered versions of vitamin C are easier on the stomach and better absorbed while you sleep. At least an hour after your last meal, you should take it on an empty stomach. Usually, 1 gram is sufficient. After just a few weeks, you'll notice stronger connective tissue, more joint mobility, and fewer aches. Your muscles will continue to deteriorate. They will begin to recover more quickly than they have in years. Additionally, vitamin C is what activates the effects of collagen and protein supplements if you take them before bed. Without it, they are ineffective. We have now reached the most crucial vitamin of all. When absent, this one alone quadrupled the rate of muscle loss overnight. Additionally, 99% of seniors are not handling it appropriately. First place, the majority of individuals are completely unaware about vitamin K2. However, if elders wish to prevent their muscles from wasting away at night, vitamin K2 is the most crucial vitamin they need. Why? Because your body's K2 regulates the location of calcium. Calcium goes up in your arteries rather than in your bones or muscles if you don't have K2. That leads to a double catastrophe: soft muscles and hard arteries. However, when you take K2, amazing things happen. The calcium is transferred to the matrix of muscles and bones, where it fortifies their structure and functionality. According to a recent study published in the journal Nutrients, seniors who took K2 supplements for 12 weeks experienced a 55% boost in mitochondrial efficiency within their muscle cells. This indicates that their muscles were more resilient to exhaustion, lasted longer, and burned energy more efficiently. Without altering their diet or level of exercise, older persons' leg muscle strength increased by 37% when using K2 supplements, according to another study from the University of Maastricht, the most startling discovery. In K2 deficient subjects, muscle breakdown doubled overnight. That is the strength of this vitamin. It goes beyond simple absorption. It has to do with direction. K2 instructs your body to properly store minerals. Additionally, you lose the fundamental basis of coordination and muscle mass without it. MK7, the long-acting variant that remains in your bloodstream for up to 72 hours, is the ideal type. However, in order to be fully absorbed, it must be eaten with fat. The best method is to take 1 capsule before bed with a tiny spoonful of peanut butter or coconut oil. Your body starts redistributing minerals at that point. Your muscles and bones are regenerated at that point. K2 starts working at that point. Even if you're eating healthily and exercising, K2 may be the cause of your sporadic muscle weakness, cramping, or poor post-activity recovery. The majority of seniors aren't simply missing it. They've never interpreted it properly. But there is a noticeable difference after you do. Your legs feel more solid. Your strides seem more powerful. And the risk of chronic weakness starts to go the other way. Here are 5 brief recommendations to ensure you're truly getting the most out of these vitamins before we wrap up. To enhance absorption by as much as 70%, fat-soluble vitamins such as E3, K2, and E should always be taken with a small amount of healthy fat. A spoonful of peanut butter, a few almonds, or a slice of avocado. The majority of that tablet just goes through unused if there is no fat. Second, avoid taking calcium concurrently with magnesium or zinc. The absorption of these minerals is competitive. They balance each other out when taken as a whole. At least 1 hour should separate them. Third, if at all possible, select each vitamin's active forms. This entails using magnesium glycinate rather than oxide, methyl B12 rather than cyanocobalamin, and MK7 rather than generic K2. These types truly get to your muscles and absorb more effectively. Fourth, Make sure you regularly take your vitamins. Your body functions in cycles. Those repair cycles can be disrupted by missing a few days. Establish a nightly routine that you stick to, like brushing your teeth. Fifth, drink plenty of water. Water facilitates the movement of these vitamins into your cells and throughout your body. Consume a small glass of water along with your vitamins. Avoid dry swallowing at all costs. The 7 vitamins you just saw have the power to drastically alter how your body feels every morning. Not in 10 years, not even in 10 weeks, but tonight. The majority of seniors are actually unaware of the extent of the harm they are causing as they sleep. Muscle fibers dry out at that point. Protein synthesis slows down at that point. Inflammation takes over at that point. However, you now know how to combat it. To unlock repair, use magnesium. B12 to give you energy. E3 to stimulate growth. E to protect your cells. B6 for protein building. C for collagen-based healing. And K2 to secure everything. Each of these vitamins functions in a unique way. However, they all function best when combined. And nighttime is when they all function best. It's more than just theory. That's science, supported by actual studies, clinical outcomes, and changes in the lives of seniors just like you. It's your time now, though. Before going to bed, what do you take? Now leave it in the comments. And start with the one you're probably missing if you're unsure where to begin. Tomorrow's muscle loss could be slowed by even one minor adjustment made tonight. Additionally, if you're watching this for a loved one, a parent, a companion, forward it to them, because being deficient in these vitamins is more than just being feeble. It has to do with freedom. It's about remaining free, mobile, and upright. Please click the like button if this video was helpful to you so that other elders can see it. If you want more scientifically supported advice on how to maintain a strong, agile, and unstoppable physique, subscribe. You now possess the knowledge. So, take action tonight. And the next one will see you. Please feel free to leave a comment below if you have any queries or would like to share your personal experiences. Thank you for viewing.